Hi, my name is Katrina Mendes, and I'm the owner of Shining Star Music Academy. We bring music teachers to your house for weekly lessons, and we are a Stroll Town of Tioga preferred partner. I started my business because I am a private music teacher. I had a huge roster, and then I had a huge waiting list, and I realized finally maybe Gainesville does need another music academy. And having had many jobs in music academies in the past, I wanted it to be more successful than I had seen. So one of the first things I noticed was when I went to my students' homes for lessons, they were more consistent. They were there. Obviously, it's so much easier when someone comes to your house. But I also noticed that they didn't forget their books. They didn't have to miss as much. They weren't late, right? So we progressed so much better when I was in their home. And that's just kind of how the whole thing started. My favorite time of year are recitals because, cuteness overload. You see all these kids performing and it's fantastic. But I love to see the progression. And we have some students that have been performing maybe 7 or 8 years with us. So I've gotten to see them go from this little kid starting to now where they're at, and it's magical. But if I had to give you one maybe memory that really sticks with me and kind of shows what my purpose is, it would be a student that was a voice student, and she was really nervous to perform. Her first recital, she wanted me up there with her, and she cried and she went off the stage. But the next time the recitals came around, she wanted to do it. And so I prepared her. I went up with her again and she cried, but she didn't leave. And that was big. And then the next time she said, "You're not coming up there with me. I've got this." And she did. So being able to see that progression of just the confidence the kids gain over time, obviously a skill, but there's just so much more to it. It's really important to have relationships with local families as a business in general, but for us, we're coming into your home. We're sending a human to come affect your child in a beautiful way. So there has to be so much trust in there. You have to like the person coming in your house. And over time, that relationship should just be really beautiful. So we do a lot to try to stay as connected with families and make sure everybody is doing well. We, as music teachers, are teaching a really expressive language. And so inherently, what comes with that is a bond, because I'm teaching you how to emote and express and get creative and try something. And there's really no wrong way to do it. And so as we open up this world of music, we become really bonded. And it's not uncommon for a teacher to be invited to stay for dinner, or can't tell you how many ballets that I've gone to or other events for my students. It's kind of comes with the job. I love going to Town of Tioga. I don't live there, but I'm there so much for so many reasons. And I think it does actually come down to the personal quality of the area. And that is what community should be. If I could go to the Starbucks, over on Newberry, or if I can go to Patty Cakes, I'm going to Patty Cakes every time, right? They also have great cupcakes. So there's got to be something kind of under the surface. And I think that's why we're attracted to the area. There's a heart there. It's common for parents to assume that a student should only take music lessons if they have a natural inclination or if they've asked for them. But science is showing us that when we play a musical instrument, our entire brain lights up in ways that nothing else does. And science is mesmerized by this. They don't know why. Nothing else is like it. And if you can imagine, when you read a map in front of you of any type, and it tells you, do these things on this instrument, and then you do them, and you're communicating that to your body, and then your ears have to hear it. And they have to assess, was that right? Oh, should I do this or that? And then you have to move forward in time and read the next part of it. Your whole brain is lighting up. And they're finding that, especially for kids, as your brain is still developing, we're seeing connections across the entire brain that affects them in math, writing, reading, communication skills, stuff that it's not obvious. The obvious ones would be fine motor skills. Clearly that improves. Mood. We all know music affects our mood, but to really see that the science is showing it affects your math grade. It affects, we have a child who is selectively mute, would not talk in any of his voice lessons. Could you imagine? Why would you take voice lessons? But the mom had this instinct that that's where we should go. And 3 or 4 lessons in, he starts talking to her. And now he starts talking to all of his other teachers. And the mom said to me, "He's not a great singer, but that's not why I'm having him do it." And I'm seeing improvements everywhere. So The science is out there. Music is for every kid. And just to say about special needs, I think we have a lot of special needs that are, it's almost like we're becoming more aware that there are special needs. So we're seeing a lot of parents mentioning autism, ADHD, selective mutism, cerebral palsy. Those are the ones on my mind. Music is therapy. So as long as you have a flexible teacher who is willing to meet the kid where they're at, one-on-one music lessons could be really life-changing. Shining Star Music Academy is very unique because I think the big one is we come to your house, right? That's just the best. I don't have to sit in the car and, handle my crazy 2-year-old in the back seat for an hour while you do your piano lesson. But beyond that, we are trying to bring the most dynamic language of music to life beyond the 30 minutes a week or whatever that we have with our students. We need more. So I try to do that with more performances. We have lots of performances, 5 or 6, I think, this year students can participate in. We have group classes that we offer online, and we're offering them in all sorts of fun subjects because, again, music can be applied in so many ways, so why not give kids more of an opportunity to see what that looks like? We have teachers that teach how to write music for video games, how to improvise. We teach solfege. We go into like fun exercises on how to know your theory for each level that we're teaching. So we have lots of different ways that we're trying to encourage students and motivate them. And then we also have assessments every year. And I don't know of another school that does in-house music assessments. In the spring, we will offer that if students want to attend, they can test out of their theory level and performance level and get certificates and ribbons and make it fun, but also motivate them. Coffee, 100%. My favorite local restaurant is Miapa. Both. I think 80s wins by a hair. Battery-powered fans. My favorite thing about living in Alachua County is the nature. My favorite go-to karaoke song is RESPECT. I'm currently watching Yellowstone.